Amy Robach reflects on crippling worries about death she had after breast cancer diagnosis. That fear is real. You're still wondering about how much time you have left, boyfriend TJ Holmes said on the latest episode of their podcast. Amy Robach knows how scary it can be to face death. On Tuesday's episode of the Amy and TJ podcast, her show with boyfriend TJ Holmes, the former Good Morning America anchor, reflected on the worries she felt after she was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer in October 2013. Her remarks came as she and Holmes spoke with Tim Whitaker and Valley Collins, survivors of the Miracle on the Hudson, on the 15th anniversary of the incident. "I really appreciate your honesty and your transparency," Robach, 50, said. "Because when the unthinkable happens, when the thing that is almost impossible actually happens to you, that fear is real. And fear is a powerful thing. When people say, 'Oh, what are the chances?' you can say, 'Actually, if it's less than 1%, if it happens to you, it's everything. It's 100%, she stressed. And living then your life, knowing that your greatest fear could actually happen, is crippling in moments." Captain Sully and passengers share how their lives have changed 15 years after Miracle on the Hudson. The Miracle on the Hudson occurred on January 15, 2009, when Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger III heroically made an emergency landing on the Hudson River after the plane he was piloting, U.S. Airways Flight 1549, struck a flock of birds shortly after takeoff, losing all engine power. All 155 passengers on board were saved, but as Whitaker and Collins told Robach and Holmes, they feared for the worst. Hearing about their near-death experience helped put things into perspective for Holmes, 46. He said on the podcast Tuesday that, as well as Robach's breast cancer scare, have had an impact on his outlook on life. "You all help me, everybody I'm sitting here with," he told Robach, Whitaker and Collins. TJ Holmes and Amy Robach reveal they had a disagreement that nearly ended their relationship. Robach learned about her diagnosis after she had a mammogram live on GMA. She had a double mastectomy and 8 rounds of chemotherapy before her final round of treatment in April 2014. Though it's been 8 years, Robach, Holmes said, thought she was going to die when she was diagnosed and still relives that fear every 6 months when she gets checkups. "You're still wondering about how much time you have left," Holmes said to Robach. That left Holmes wondering about fate. "Maybe all 3 of you have got to help me understand here," he said. "Who chalks that up to just coincidence? I've got more into later in my life about the universe giving you signs. There are signs out there. But how do you make sense of, 'I'm not supposed to be here'?" Quote. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. Whitaker was quick to respond. "I can't explain it either, and probably nor can any of us, about why did this happen or what if. That kind of thinking is a lost cause," he noted. "But what we can say is, well, I am still here, and what more purposeful, meaningful impact can I have on the lives of those that are most close to me and depend upon me?" Quote. "For me, at least, I've tried to be a better parent and spouse and brother and son to my parents. So trying to be that better individual," H said. "But, more importantly, I've become much more influential as a mentor in other folks' lives that are going through challenging circumstances. I've found a lot of reward and satisfaction in that, in trying to help others navigate their circumstances, which seems maybe traumatic at the time." He joked, "I can always say, yeah, but you weren't in a plane crash." Quote. After speaking with Whitaker and Collins, Holmes and Robach said they couldn't imagine communicating with each other for the last time. "I'm still fascinated," Holmes said on the podcast about the crash. "I can't imagine Collins' husband, the text, 'My plane is crashing.' She says she sent him that message as they were going down. I can't imagine getting that type of message from you," he told Robach. "I hope to never send one like that, TJ, Robach responded before jokingly adding, "That'll be on my list of goals of things not to do." "Put a sweet emoji next to it," Holmes suggested with a laugh. "Maybe it'll lighten it." Please subscribe to our lovely and active channel now for your daily football updates.